Welcome back to Brian Moriarty's classic, as told to me by that one dude in the pirate tavern from Monkey Island. It's Loom by Lucasarts, and we have opened up a map into the stars and almost got ourselves destroyed. Before we do that, I have already screwed up, and I probably should have just had my foibles on screen, but I was kind of lost because I feel like I just did this wrong. So first off, let's go into here. Check out this book. It's the Book of Patterns.
That's the Book of Patterns. I already know what's in it.
Fun thing is that in the original game, like the floppy disk one, that was that book I was talking about that you get. This flask is not the dye thing. Instead, it's the dye pot. Although to be fair, they're both green. It's hard to see. So, C, D, C, D. Hey, that's one we can reverse.
Grass green. I hate that colour.
If you hate that cull, then maybe you'll like this. Instead of doing CD, CD like we should, to turn possibly these white fragments into green fragments,
The colour changed.
we can just dye it. And by learning so many weaves in game, now we got F. So it's kind of story progression, but it's also like solving puzzles. So I guess these things weren't kind of tutorializing. They were actually worthful. Boy, if this is how this is going to be going, we are in for a treat. Nonetheless. We have ourselves a boat, if you want to call it that. It's certainly shaped like one. And I give you like a 9, perfect silent dismount. So that's great. Now this is an establishing shot. This is like the perfect. We need to get a screen grab of this, and this will be the title card. All subsequent things. Forever. For any game, this will replace Isaac, which is fine because I drew that thing, and I kind of regret it now. I like drawing my own thumbnails. It adds sort of neat uniqueness to it. We have a wonderful, I don't know why, but he just kind of goes, like the loop. Hey, we can do an F. C, F, C, C.
I think that's close enough.
No. We can just pass it. That's fine. Oh, we're dead. I guess we're just dead. I guess we can also just loop the same scream. Gosh, Bob and Threadbare, can't you be a little more, I don't know. Again, solid landing. Like, perfect. You should not be a weaver. You should be a diver.
Now, let's try this again, shall we?
Nah, no. Pretty sure, I think LucasArts was trying to... They did have a jab at King's Quest and Sierra games in general in Monkey Island, but I think they're trying to do that thing where they don't do that. So let's try. We just learned it. C, F, C, C. No, that doesn't do it.
Well, that only twisted it tighter.
Gee, if that only twisted it, if that spell was supposed to be tightening, then C, C, F, C. Hey, the reverse untightened it and just kind of stopped it. Some birds. I don't think we can look at them, so I believe they're swans. If they were geese, I would instruct that we tear them down right now, because geese are the worst thing to mankind. Cool. we are sick enough to know how to do a G. Which now means we can do a GFFE, which I think that thing with the that dripping pot told us. Apparently this is also Wizard of Oz over there. So, and what seems to be a forest. We've disappeared though. There you are. Good old Bob and Threadbare. And the weird geometric area. I don't remember how long this game is. I do remember specific areas of it, but I feel like it's probably a lot longer as a kid just because I played the first part so many times, and then once I got to the much more difficult things, it was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just play this later. And then short attention span happens, and I forget exactly what
Welcome to Crystal Guards, stranger. I'm Master Goodmode, 31st in the Noble Guild of Glassmakers. And who might you be?
My name is Bobbin. Bobbin Threadbare of the, Noble Guild of Weavers.
A weaver! Tell me, is it true that to peer beneath a weaver's hood brings instant agonizing death?
I honestly don't know. Nobody's ever tried it with me. You have such a wonderful view of the sky here. Have you noticed a flock of swans flying this way?
Swans?
Swans. You know, birds.
Yes, swans! No, I haven't heard of any swan sightings. Look around to your heart's content, Weaver Threadbare. And remember, if you break it, you buy it.
Charming. It's got that standard LucasArts flavor of constantly waving his arms around and just yamming his way through.
This spot, Lucent Bottleblow, founder of the Noble Guild of Glassmakers, attained his final clarity.
Something about it being in like a full...
Soft shard.
Oh my gosh, this is an entire graveyard. Wonderful.
Final clarity.
Final clarity is a nice way to say he's hooking dead, I guess. Is there an exit? You kind of came from this way. Okay. I don't know if we can...
Not so fast here.
I'm sure this is all on the up and up.
I can barely hear what they're saying.
I trust your excellency is pleased with our progress?
That all depends on how far this sphere can help me see.
4 hours, most assuredly. Perhaps 6, with a bit of luck.
Only 6 hours? But I expressly requested 8.
Every sphere is unique, Bishop. It is impossible to accurately predict how well this sphere will perform.
I need at least 8 hours. 8 hours, Master Crucible. See to it.
That guy doesn't look evil at all. In fact, he looks like the model citizen of Green Lanternness. Hey, we can't look at those guys.
What's going on up there?
Yeah, that's about it. There's this wonderful thing over there. I think... No, I don't think we can examine that yet. There's a path down here. All kinds of twists and turns.
Huh. A glass bell. I wonder what will happen if...
Don't touch the button. Oh, you done goofed. Now this seems ominous.
I'm dizzy.
Ah, look!
Who are you, lad?
And just what do you think you're doing up here?
I'm not sure. I just rang the bell and
Well, I'm sorry, but you're not supposed to be here.
Step back under the lens, please.
This is a restricted area. No visitors allowed.
Good day, sir.
I gotta say, the voice acting is actually, like, really good. I was a little worried, you know?
Guess I'm not supposed to go up there.
I played this game when there was no voices, and then had to make voices of my own kind of mentally. And they kind of match up. A lot more British. It's not anyone that I recognize, and that's probably on me. I'm usually good with voice actors, but of recent note, it's not that difficult. You have a male lead character? Are you Troy Baker? No. Are you Nolan North? No. Okay, in the past 5 years, maybe Johnny Young Bosch, Yuri Lowenthal? Well. Alright, I don't know if I can get over here. I mean, obviously, we can see this, but I don't think we can get there until we go around. I don't think I can click here. He'll just, yeah. Sometimes the 3D movement is a little finicky. But I don't think we've gotten through all our screens yet. Or maybe this is the warp, so to speak. Nope, it's just outside. This is a cave. It's not a cave. It is a staircase. Magical. I'm learning new things every day. Those who live in glass houses are probably a really successful guild. Although, if they're glass makers, why are they making like a scythe? These answers and more. Well, not next time. We're still rolling. Is it a DCC? DCCG?
Halt! Who goes? Well. Looks like a scrawny runt trying to sneak into our flocks.
You kiss your mother with that
All
mouth.
that sneaking. I heard them coming all the way in from town.
Thought you were going to fleece some shepherds, did you? Maybe we ought to take the shears to you instead.
Listen, I mean, I'm not looking for sheep or trouble. I'm looking for a flock of swans.
Swans?
Swans. Birds.
Oh,
I feel a running gag happening.
of course. We should have known. Everybody comes here when they want swans.
Next you'll be telling us you're some sort of wizard off to fly away with them birdies.
Right.
Wizard? Wizard? You wouldn't happen to be the great wizard that Fleece was telling us about, would you now?
Fleece?
He is sort of dressed like a wizard.
I don't know. He doesn't look very powerful to me.
Me neither. I say we don't let him by until we know for sure. Come on then, wizard. Let's see some magic. Or else.
Alright. We've got stuff for these people, and that's about it, really. We could open them. That sounds terrifying. Let me try again. We could turn them green? But they're not really like wool. They do have sheep. I don't have a feeling this is going to work. No.
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
We have GFFE? We haven't really done anything with that. It was the dripping one. Unfortunately, a lot of this game seems to be trial and error.
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
But I'm pretty sure we get like 3 chances with these guys, and then they boot us, and we have to kind of do it again. Open thing, gold straw, no. Untwist. GGGC? They did that to reveal themselves. Maybe if I do it backwards. G. I could have sworn that was what it was. What were you guys'
I sure wish I knew a draft that would work on shepherds.
Maybe I'll just leave. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bothering you. I'll go this way.
Come on, lads. He's had enough. Let him go.
Some kind of wizard, eh?
I have to
Don't
reactivate
chip on
them
your
to.
robe, little wizard.
Get on, you lazy bunch of yous. Back to work.
G C C D. G C, C, D. That was how they turned invisible. I'm pretty sure that's what I had. No, it wasn't. Nonetheless. Excuse me. I was in front of this tree. Weird fighting there. I'm pretty sure, though. Yeah, this just takes us back here. So it's kind of a circle. That's nice. Anyways. GCCD is what they did to turn invisible. DCCG,
He's
which
back.
is exactly the backwards.
So are we...
At least it's like... No, excuse me. I just need to target you. So, G. C. I believe in you, game. C. D.
There's nobody better at stealth than us shepherds.
Aye, and you'll have to do better than that to get past us.
Excuse me. You angry, vaguely Scottish people. I wouldn't call it vaguely if it weren't for the fact that this is supposed to be a fantasy game or something. That's not it either. What
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much
the heck
good.
am I supposed to do with you? Alright, fine, whatever. I don't have time for this. I'd probably...
Come on, lads. He's had enough. Let him go.
Some kind of wizard, eh?
Alright,
Don't
yeah.
zip on your robe, little wizard.
Get on, you lazy bunch of yous. Back to work.
It's the one with the high C that we haven't done yet. But if there's any chance, I mean, they have a spell that turns them invisible. We have a spell that turns us green, and we're dealing with a place that it doesn't turn us green, but can we ever like contract ourselves? Is that a discernible thing that we can do? Because that seems like an overpowered thing. If I click here, are you going to go anyway, or... What was exactly this thing? We went up, and then just kind of didn't go anywhere after that. Nope, that's it. I believe in you. Aha! Nope, now we're over here. Granted, this looks kind of like the same box as the other side. It's exactly that. Oh, please don't tell me that, like, oh, I had to look at this thing, and this thing will teach me the thing that'll turn... Old games.
That's beautiful. I've never seen anything sparkle like that. Not even the long tapestry. What kind of glass is it?
It was carved from a single crystal of diamond.
What? How?
But I thought you were glass makers.
No, we are. A dear boy, this is none other than the famous Chromax conundrum, wrought by our distinguished founder, Lucent Bottleblow. His works once filled an entire museum, you know. And that was before the Great Dragon arrived in 7342. She blew through this city like a torch, melting and breaking our finest works, plundering our museums and treasuries until we had almost nothing left. It was awful, just terrible, really a miserable time. Even Bottleblow's greatest masterpiece, the first scrying sphere, was lost forever.
But you still have the conundrum.
And a lucky thing, too. It was on loan to the Guild of Vintners at the time. It is the sole remaining example of our founder's transcendent genius.
But I'm still curious. Why is it diamond instead of glass?
We've no idea at all. That's the conundrum, you see.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. I stepped out of the area. Oh, that's a weird way to do it, but okay. I don't get the history lesson again. And
I wonder where that dragon went with Bottleblow's other treasures.
there's green. I don't know if it's inside of it. We can ungreen things. Nope, but it is a target.
No, that's not right.
Golden the straw, other things, untwist. This is where we get the game, you know? It's just getting stuck in spots. But I guess I'll go look around a little, perhaps off camera, as to not do too much grinding, because it's probably time for another. We've gotten a whole lot of nothing done. Actually, I feel like we've done some lore building and looking around. It's a neat, like, world of guilds. Things like vintners and sheep people and weaving and glass making and dragons. I don't think there's a guild for the dragon, but nonetheless, I'm a MaelstromTier. If you enjoyed the video or just enjoy Loom in general, I don't know, leave a like if you want it. You don't have to. Likes are a weird thing, and I wouldn't ask it, or I wouldn't tell you to do it just because it does good. If you enjoyed the video, do it. You wouldn't believe how many people watch a video, and myself included, that don't, you know, liking and whatever. That weird ergonomics is not a time for this. But consider subscribing, because I will have a video, this or Isaac or something, every day, at least one. Holding myself to that. It's getting a little harder with doing other things like radio. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.